Hey guys, this is OddOneGaming. This is going to be another Watcher of Realms video. In today's video, we're gonna do something really fun, and that's going to be a team that beats the Vault in the Sands, Oracle Trial. That's the Gear Raid 2, basically, and I'm gonna show you a different way that you can actually do it, okay? So, obviously, this one works for the lower stages. As you get higher, the mechanics and the way the map and the boss works is gonna be different. So, I think this is gonna work maybe up until like 18, or I don't remember exactly where the fight starts changing. I think maybe it's at 16 where the map's different and it have different things coming. Yeah, from 16 is where you get the rolling ones, but we're talking about lower level stuff, and this is something that I managed to do on my free-to-play account, and I'm what, 7-8 days in, so it's really early, so I guess we could call it something like week 1. And it's a variation that I've been trying to just see how can I push it, how can I get there, especially because we got this like I said, this Oracle Trial, the Vault in the Sands going on, where I need to get a fragments for Eliza, as I'm trying to fuse her, because why not? She's gonna be amazing, especially on an account where we can only use Abomination, Micah, Volka, and then epics or below. So the way that I'm doing it is I'm not gonna be using the usual champions in a sense of like Volka with the A1 that has you drop, put people down there, remove it. I'm not going to be using Decimus. I'm not going to be using Laurel because, well, I don't have most of them. It's a little bit of a different spin that I did stage 13 and 14 with it. It might take me a few tries because obviously the RNG of it, but let's disable this. And the whole idea is, the way that I did it is I gave it a different spin. I went with a different strategy, and the way that I actually did it is I brought two teams, two teams that I rotate through each of the waves, okay? So it's gonna be one that's gonna be dealing with the first wave, then I despawn when the boss does that slams, because my healers are not strong enough to keep everybody alive yet, so I had to think of a different way of doing it. And then after the boss does the slams, I put everybody else down. So the team that I'm gonna be using is gonna be this one with Ain, Mariel, Idril, Abomination, Dolores. I do have Dolores, but honestly, you might be able to do it without Dolores as long as the person that's in the Idril spot, or if your Idril is strong enough to kill everything else without the Dolores boost, then you might be able to do it without it. And then the second one's gonna be Dagna, which is just there for the Lord skill, Vortex, Maul, Hollow, and then Autumn. Autumn is just in there again for her boosting of the crit damage and the crit rate, which is just amazing, which allows you to bring, for example, something like a Maul, you're gonna see I have Maul, not 100% crit rate, but with a boost from Autumn, he's gonna get close to 100%. So let's go into it and let me show how I did it. Obviously, it might not work from the first time because these things usually take a little bit of RNG. So the way that I do it is I let the first two come, and for the first two, the way that I do it is I place Idril just to deal with them, and then I despawn her. So as soon as she can hit, boom, I place her. She pretty much kills them. I guess I could also place Hollow now and heal Idril to do some damage to the boss a little bit, but I'm just gonna despawn and try and do it the safe way. It is a little bit tricky when it comes to the last part because the boss hits extremely hard, and I don't have my tank 6 start, okay? And because of that, it's a bit tricky, but it still works. So watch, 1, 2, and then after the boss does the third slam, just boom, I'm placing straight up Autumn, then I'm placing Maul, and then I'm also placing Vortex as the healer, okay? You're gonna see I'm not placing any ground units first, and normally you shouldn't be able to need them if you do enough damage. That's gonna be the only tricky thing. Do you do enough damage to kill them or not? And for me, I actually had to place them. So I'm actually popping Autumn from now. As soon as I see that these two are both in range, and obviously as soon as Maul's ultimate's ready, I'm just gonna cast it. So like here, boom. You see, I didn't quite kill them, and this is the problem. This is where I have to put my Abomination. Okay, kill the first one, and then I have to kill this one, so I'm gonna have to stop it with Ain for a second. But I'm gonna despawn my Autumn just before the boss does the slam. Okay, and despawn. Okay, should have despawned Ain, but come on, I'll kill it. See, this was a little bit of bad RNG. So basically, that's the way that I do it. I guess Let's go again. Let's go again. Maybe we have better like the second time. Okay. So again, it's a little bit finicky. You need, you need to do just about the right amount of damage, and it's not the perfect one, but if you don't have better options and you're trying to push your account to the next level, this is one of the ways that you can do it, right? Also the timings obviously of the seconds when you place your people count, because for example, if Maul had ultimate a little bit faster, that might have been better. Okay. Might have been better, as I could have killed them faster. Maybe I could have killed the right side faster, and then Maul could have focused on the left side. But let's try this again for the second time. If not, I might just have to pause it and try and just record the way that I do it and then come back to you guys. So again, the reason why I need a healer, I basically have a healer for my two teams, so to speak. Vortex is for the first one, and then Hollow is for the second one. And that kind of helps me to do the things. Okay, I guess I think I can already pop Autumn, because Maul's gonna come to his ultimate pretty soon. And boom, he did a hit. I do this. Okay, almost killed him. Then let's get Abomination to help kill this one. Come on, one more hit. Boom, I despawn Abomination. Now Maul should focus on this one. Come on, 1, 2. Come on, do one more hit, Maul. Come on. Okay, this is again bad. He just went behind. So you see, it's a little bit finicky. So I guess the way that I'm gonna do it is, I'm just gonna take myself off of the screen up until I actually manage to do that part, and then we're gonna continue with it. Okay, so I guess see you in a bit. Okay, so this time around it worked. I just had to place Abomination like a quick second earlier, and now I just despawn everybody, because the reason why I keep doing this is because obviously I'm trying to save the cost, and if you despawn them, you get half of the cost back. So as soon as the boss does the last slam, I just start, boom, okay, I'm placing Dolores. Then I'm placing Idril, and then over here comes Hollow. So this is kind of like the team that I'm using for the second time around. And for this one, my Idril is pretty, she's strong enough where I shouldn't need the extra tanks to stop them. So as soon as Hollow's ready, I pop her so she can start healing. And not only that, she also boosts the, what's it called? She also boosts the rage regen. She's not fully scrolled, you're gonna see, I'm gonna show you at the end, but she's scrolled enough to where it works just about right. Again, after that, as soon as Idril's ready, you just straight up Idril. And let's see, okay, Hollow barely survives. Come on, kill, 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 kill. There we go. And as soon as Dolores is ready, we pop her. Come on. Ah, that was so bad RNG. Come on. Really? Really? But you kind of get the gist. It's like you just need split timings. And one thing that I do actually at this point is I despawn her. Oh yeah, I think actually what I did last time, my mistake. I think I actually put Mariel. So again, I'm gonna come back once we get to the point where we're at the what's it called? Idril part. Again, it's not perfect. This is the way that these ones go, right? You just have to do it once, and after that you get a part of dominance, which should make it a ton easier. So I guess I'm gonna be right back once we get to that part. Okay, let's see. Can I do it properly this time around? I think one thing that might have changed since the first time that I did it is I also took some of what's her name, Dolores's rage regen off, because I used it on who did I use it on? Oh yeah, I took some of the rage regen because I think I swapped some gear around with Hollow, but I think this should still work. The mistake, like I said, that I did last time is I did not have Mariel on the left side, and that's really important because Mariel keeps them so that that one doesn't quite go through. Now, the way that I do it over here at the end is I actually, just before the boss does this part, I despawn my what's her name, Dolores, and I think also despawn Hollow, and I'm placing actually Vortex in there because I want to keep my Idril in there. Also, Mariel does bring us heal, so I pop Mariel's heal. Come on, no dying, nobody dying. Oh, come on. Really, that was just some bad luck. That was just some bad luck. But this is the part that you want to get to, and obviously once you get to this point, it's just gonna be a show for everybody else, right? You have to just kill the boss. Can you do that fast enough or not? The thing is, the boss hit so hard. You saw that he just did one hit and he almost killed everybody in there. But that's where you would have somebody else like okay, I guess the boss did stop. Can I get a chance to put another tank? Obviously, if you had another better tank to replace them, that's what you would do. But again, we're gonna split it back, and I'm gonna come back once we get to the part where it's only the boss left. Again, like I mentioned, these are tricky. It's hard. It's not the easiest. this is a different way that you can do it. Obviously, if you're gonna have a little bit better gear, you're gonna be able to do it easier. I don't have the best gear on this account, right? I just a few sets in there, and most of them had broken sets. But let's be back when we get to the boss part. Okay, so we're back at the boss part, and now what I did is I just placed Maul on the left side, and then I did put Autumn in the middle so that I can boost the crit damage, so I can try and kill that boss as soon as possible. One quick thing that I remembered I actually did is I placed my Eagle on just before this wave, the last one. I placed my Eagle last because she's a little bit tankier than Hollow because she's 6-star, so that means that Hollow was not taking all of those big hits, and it allowed me to do it a little bit easier. And then I despawned Hollow before the boss, started doing his slams, and I just placed Vortex as soon as he was ready, because that allowed me to heal up the 3 people. With Mariel's healing, it just was about enough. This one was a little bit scary because this is what happens. Boss does 1 hit and Mariel's pretty much dead. Then I put Abomination because he has that a little bit of unyielding that kind of helps us be able to take the boss. You can see the boss is dying. It's a little bit scary. It just goes down to the letter, but we do kill it, okay? We do kill it. It works just fine. It works just fine. It's just, like I said, getting those timings right is what becomes a little bit difficult. So I guess what I can do, or what I want to do, is I'm gonna record. I'm not gonna play after this a recording going at like 3 times speed or whatever with the whole round without me pausing, cutting or whatever, just so you see exactly what I actually did. So we're gonna see each other for the builds after we check that. So see you in a bit. Okay, so you might have seen some change of plans. Actually, you saw towards the end that I did realize the fact that in between the shifting of the healers and bringing other people in, we can actually keep Vortex in. You saw, because Vortex is tanky enough, I don't have to despawn him when I place him down because he can keep himself alive. So I keep him, and that makes it a lot easier to keep, himself alive. And then the last wave before the boss starts coming to us makes it easier to keep everybody healed up. So that was the way they actually did it. It took us a few tries. Any good piece of gear, not the best. Now let's have a look at the builds. I'm going to try and quickly go through them because this video is going on for a little bit longer than I expected. So Ain, honestly, doesn't really matter because I didn't really use him. Mariel, she is in Occult Shield. She has a flat attack on this one. Defense bonus, flat HP, so not the best stats. You see the stats that I have on here. She's not skilled, and she does have a random artifact. Then the next one we're gonna look at is, I guess, Idril. So Idril is in the pieces of gear that we get. The right side that we get from the game just from doing the hero path, and then 2 pieces of Annihilating Might. You can see her stats over here. Good attack speed, good attack, very low crit damage, just 100% crit rate. She's almost fully skilled up. She's still missing a couple of skills in there. Then she does have Keen Wisdom, so you're gonna see some low level stuff. Obviously, Abomination, even though I barely use them, just some random stats in there. You can see what he has, like not even 100% crit rate, barely any crit damage. Then Keen Wisdom. When it comes to Dolores, she's really important. You want her to get as much attack as possible, but at the same time, you want her to survive a little bit. So she has attack bonus here, attack here, and then flat attack. So you see attack with attack bonuses, and basically as much as I could get those attack bonuses with HP, with whatever. She's all about that inspiration, boosting everybody else, and she does have a Keen Wisdom to level 13. Then Dagna, didn't really use her just for the Lord skill. Now, we do have our Vortex in some decent pieces of build, not the best. You can see defense percent, HP bonus. Again, healing effect, HP defense bonus. HP percent over here. You see there's barely any stats on people, so it still works. HP bonus over here, and I actually swapped this to attack speed. I did realize that this is something you guys should keep in mind about Vortex. His attack speed is extremely low, so trying to get him some attack speed so he does those heals faster is really important. A few skills in him, not much, and then he has a random artifact. Then Maul again, 2 pieces of gear that we get from the game, this one and then this one. Maybe I should max it out so it gives us a little bit more survivability when we get hit. And then he's in 3 pieces of the Twisted Blade, but again, these are the pieces that the game gave us. Apart from the crit damage, I put this one instead of the one that Abomination has. This is the one that the game gave us, because again, I don't need that extra crit rate. I need it on Abomination for other areas, so getting some crit damage is gonna help me. And then who else do we have? Oh yeah, Hollow. Hollow is in, again, she's in 3 pieces of Occult Shield. It's because this is where I found decent stats. Attack bonus, HP bonus, trying to keep her alive. And then 2 pieces of Whirlwind with some attack bonus, some healing effect, and attack bonus. Keep in mind her healing scales off of attack. And then the last one, Autumn, she's just skilled up. She's fully skilled up. She has no pieces of gear. She has no artifact, and she's just A5. Honestly, I'm not sure you even care about having her A5. You get some healing effect or whatnot. She's only in there to boost our crit damage and to boost our crit rate. That's about it. She doesn't need stats. She doesn't need nothing. She obviously needs not to be hit. If she gets hit and dies, then, well, she's not going to help you. She just needs to do that ultimate over there, and then you're good to go. But this was a little bit of a longer one. At least for me, it's like been half an hour before you guys, maybe a 15 minutes video, but I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this was helpful because, again, this was a different way. This kind of gives you a different perspective of how you can do those Gear Raid 2 fights without using, you know, the Decimus cheese, the Volkas, the Laurels, you know, just trying to bring 2 teams, so to speak, in order to tackle this, and then you should be able to progress your account. And I really wanted to show stage 14 because 13 is really good. Like 13 is the first spot where you start getting some ancient pieces, you know, chance to get ancient gear. But 14 is the best spot because you start getting the next level. You start getting Curse, you start getting, Glacier, and then I think Night Terror, you know, some extra good damage pieces. But yeah, thank you all for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel to see when I upload next. And I'm going to see you on the next one. Peace, love, take care, everyone. Bye, guys.
Hell hath no fury like a mother's